welcome. You're watching Editor's Take. This is Vaibhavi Khanwalkar. Ever since the IL&FS crisis, the NBFC sector has been seeing a liquidity crunch which is still ongoing. Ravi Krishnan is joining me now to give us an update of where the things stand in the sector. Ravi, thank you so much for joining us. So where do things stand? What are the updates right now?
Well, there is a liquidity crunch ongoing, as you rightly pointed out.
Right.
Plus, there have been some rating downgrades in the past couple of weeks, not only of NBFCs, but also of infrastructure players.
Right.
So there is a lot of money which is locked up in the system. It has added to concerns, and people are not willing to give money because they are afraid that there will be defaults.
True.
Also, the Corporate Affairs Secretary Injiti Srinivas has added fuel to the fire by saying that there is an imminent crisis that is brewing in the NBFC sector.
Okay.
He's talked of misadventures by some big entities, etc.
Right.
So overall, tight debt markets, rising cost of funds, and also redemptions are coming, for mutual funds, etc.
Right.
So all this has led to an increasing sense of concern in the NBFC sector.
Okay. Well, what are the implications of these things going to be on the firms?
Well, for one, disbursements are yet to pick up, right? They are not of the levels which we have seen, say, in the past years and so on.
Right.
One is that. And credit slowdown is imminent. As disbursements are yet to pick up, NBFCs don't have money to on-lend. And remember that NBFCs have become very important in terms of flow of credit to the economy.
True.
If there is a slowdown here, from the NBFC side, that will have ripple effects on the economy.
Right.
And thirdly, for some sectors, it is important that they get a continuous flow of funds. Take, for example, an infrastructure project. It needs working capital to complete the project so that it can start earning. If this supply of funds is squeezed, then the money already sunk in will turn into an NPA.
Right.
Which will lead to further, panic and concern in the system.
Okay. Well, what's next then for the firms?
Well, for the RBI has pumped in a lot of money in the system, but it can't directly give money to NBFCs. It has to necessarily do it via banks.
True.
So around 3 lakh crore of open market operations were held in the last financial year. That is one. So NBFCs now will have to look at tapping alternative sources of funds. Let's say, for example, external commercial borrowings or public bonds.
Right.
But remember that most of the funds which they will raise, it will go to repair balance sheets. Their asset liability mismatch, the whole business model needs to be tweaked, and they will change the mix of their borrowing. So it will go to that. There is not going to be any growth capital.
Okay.
So the bottom line is that it might take at least another 12 months up to 18 months for things to improve.
Okay. Thank you so much for those insights, Ravi. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of Editor's Take. For more such news and views, stay logged on to moneycontrol.com. Thanks for watching.